Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we are going to talk about conditional access. So, what is exactly conditional access? Conditional access gives you the ability to enforce access requirements when specific conditions occur. I basically just read it from here. And let me give you a quick example. So, I do have a test account which I call John Wick. So, let me quickly log in as John Wick in incognito mode. So I will log into office.com, put the password there, and reset the password. Let's reset the password. And your organization requires additional security information. Follow the prompts to download and set up multi-factor authentication. That's great. But John Wick has the option to ask later. So she doesn't need multi-factor authentication to get into Office 365. So we want to force John Wick to use multi-factor authentication using conditional access. So in order to do that, let's go to the search bar and type conditional, conditional, uh, did I type it correctly? Conditional, where's conditional access? I think I had it before. I'm pretty sure I had it before. Um, okay, so that's actually under protection and then conditional access. Yeah, it's kind of weird that I couldn't find it here. I was able to find it before, but anyway, it's under protection, conditional access, and then go to to policies. Click on new policy, and let's create a policy for all users. And this section is for the users who we want to force the policy to. And let's choose all users. And you would want to add admin account when you set this up for the first time. So I'm just gonna exclude myself from this rule. And for the target source, we are going to choose all clouds app. So that would include Office 365, Teams, and other applications as well in Azure. And for the network, you can exclude your public network if you like, but in this case, I'm going to not configure this. And condition, I'm not going to configure this as well for now. And grants, this is where it's important. We need to choose one of them. So it will only grant access if you have multi-factor authentication. So I'm going to choose this one and then select. And this is also important that we need to choose on, otherwise it wouldn't run. The policy wouldn't run if we switch it off, or if it's report only, it's only going to show us the report in the sign-in info. So let's create that. But before we click on create, there's a warning here. It says that we need to disable security defaults. Let's click on that and disable and give the reason why. So my reason is because my organization is planning to use conditional access. So click on save and disable. Success. So let's see the policies again. Looks like it did not create the policy. So let's start over. Click new policy, all users, and then select all, exclude users, and then exclude myself, and condition no, target resource, all cloud apps, yes, and then grant require multi-factor authentication, select, so one is selected, all clouds app selected, and I believe that's about it. And then enable the policy and create. So it's creating the policy for all users. And maybe I should name this something more relevant because it's related to MFA, so I'm gonna name it MFA. So let me save again. So now John Wick shouldn't be able to log in without multi-factor authentication. So office.com. Let me log him out first because he was already logged in. So unfortunately, it would only take effect to users that haven't been logged in. There's another way to force users to sign out, but that will be another video. So let's sign in and let's enter John Wick's password. I think I put it here. That's John Wick's password. Oh, that's the temporary password. My apologies. So this is the new password that I created that I reset earlier. So sign in. Yep. And yes. Okay. This is what we want. So he needs to set up multi-factor authentication. So there's no way for him to skip this because that's the condition that we set. Yep. So he can choose Microsoft Authenticator, or he can choose phone setup as well, where he needs to enter his mobile number and then the code will be sent. So that's how you set up the conditional access. Hopefully that's helpful. Thanks.